Good morning, students. Today we'll begin the chapter from our supplementary book Footprints Without Feet, and the name of the chapter is A Triumph of Surgery. Now, triumph means actually victory. In surgery, you might be knowing very well. We'll just begin with a short introduction because the entire story is based on a dog called Tricky. Tricky is a small dog. He is pampered, means very much loved and taken very much care of, and overfed, means he is given lots of food to eat, overfed more than it's needed by a rich mistress. The owner was very rich, so obviously the dog also was having a great time. Due to the overfeeding and not having lots of exercise in his life, he falls seriously ill, and the mistress consults a veterinary surgeon. So when he is sick, the owner, the mistress, calls the veterinary doctor. Veterinary is the doctor for the pet or the animals. What happens next we'll do in the story. I'll begin with the chapter. I was really worried about Tricky this time. I had pulled up my car when I saw him in the street with his mistress, and I was shocked at his appearance. So this is what the doctor says, that when he saw Tricky, he was very much shocked when he saw him, because he was a doctor. He could understand very easily that something was wrong. He had become hugely fat, like a balloted sausage. Balloted means very large. Sausage is a food or kind of a meat. With sausage with a leg at each corner, means he had become very fat and his legs were merely visible. His eyes bloodshot and humid, means full of water, watery eyes, stared straight ahead, and his tongue lolled for his jaws. He was so fat and so lazy that his tongue was out, his eyes were watery, and he was very, very fat. Mrs. Pumphrey. Now, Mrs. Pumphrey is the name of the owner of the dog, Tricky, hasted to explain. He was so listless, Mr. Harriet. Mr. Harriet is the vet doctor. He seemed to have no energy. This is what the mistress is complaining. The dog doesn't have any energy in itself. I thought he must be suffering from malnutrition. See, he is so much overfed, he is so fat he can barely walk. And what does the owner think? That I think the problem is of malnutrition, means he is not getting enough food to eat. So I have given him some little extra between meals. He used to have a very large meal, and the owner thought that he is not having so much food. So she gave him more food between the meal. Just imagine. To build him up, some malt and cod liver oil and a bowl of Horlicks at night to make him sleep. This is what she gave him. This was the extra diet that he was having except his meal. Nothing much really, and she's saying nothing much. So much of food she was giving, and yet she's telling that it was nothing. And did you cut down on the sweet things I told you? The doctor had already consulted previously and told her not to give him any sweets. Sweets are not very healthy for the dogs and the pets. The sweets that we eat are really not healthy for the pets. So even the dog was getting sweets to eat. So the doctor had told her that you should not give him sweets, and he is reminding her. Oh, I did for a bit. See, what did she do? For a few days she had stopped giving him sweets, but he seemed to be so weak. Now she is thinking that without the sweets, the dog was very weak. I had to relent. He does love cream cakes and chocolates. See, the dog was having even cream cakes, chocolates. So I can't bear to refuse him. And see, what does the owner say? I cannot refuse. I have to give him these types of food. I look down again at the little dog. The doctor is looking at the dog. Because of the love and the overfeeding, the dog was actually suffering. Who was having the trouble? The dog. Because of lots of food of different varieties that he was getting. That was the trouble. Tricky's only fault was greed. And she says that, and the doctor says that the dog was also a bit greedy. He wanted to eat everything. He had never been known to refuse food. See, he was in a very rich family, so he always had lots of things to eat, and he had never refused food. Whatever you gave him, he used to eat. He would tackle a meal at any hour of the day or night. And I wondered about all the things Mrs. Pumphrey hadn't mentioned. And the doctor knew. Even when we visit to a doctor, we feel afraid many times. We feel scared. We don't tell the doctor everything. So in the same way, the doctor also understood that now he has become very fat, and Mrs. Pumphrey is still hiding something and not telling him what else the dog had. Are you giving him plenty of exercise? See, as for us, exercise is very necessary. Same for the dogs and the animals also. Exercise is necessary. So the doctor asked, "Are you giving him any exercise?" And the doctor had said to give him plenty of exercise, lots of exercise. Well, he has his little walk with me, as you can see, but Hodkins, the gardener, has been down with lumbago. So there has been no ring throwing lately, and the gardener who used to give him a bit of exercise, now he was also not there. So the owner is complaining that now there is no exercise for the dog. A little bit of exercise he used to do. I used to take him for a little bit of walk. I tried to sound severe. Now I really mean this. If you don't cut his food right down and give him more exercise, he's going to be really ill. So now the doctor became a bit serious. He understood the entire problem, that the mistress was hiding lots of things. The dog was eating a lot with 0% exercise. So the doctor said that if you are not going to take care of him, he is going to fall really very, very seriously ill. You must harden your heart and keep him on very strict diet. See, what did the doctor say? You stop your extra love that you are giving to the dog and be a bit serious, be a bit strict on the dog, and take care of his diet, means what he eats. You cannot just keep on eating the whole day. Even if we also do, we will also fall sick. So Mrs. Pumphrey wrung her hand. Oh, I will, Mr. Harriet. I am sure you are right. But it is so difficult, so very difficult. See, for this, doing this much, the owner, it was very difficult to cut his diet, to make him exercise. She thought that it was very, very difficult for her to do, and even for the dog to do the same. So very difficult. She set off, head down, along the road, as if determined to put the new regime into practice immediately. And after that, the mistress left, and in a way that now she is going to follow all the instructions of the doctor. I watched their progress with growing concern. The doctor knew that now things are going to be serious. So the doctor was concerned. Tricky was tottering along in his little tweed coat. See, he was wearing a coat also. He was living a very luxurious life. He had a whole wardrobe of these coats. See, the dog was having lots and lots of things to eat, as well as he even had his own clothes and a full wardrobe, means a cupboard full of coats, different. Every day he used to wear new coats and clothes for the cold weather. See, for the cold he had lots of coats and raincoat for the wet days, and during the a rainy season. He had even raincoats to wear. He struggled on, dropping his harness. I thought it wouldn't be long before I heard from Mrs. Pumphrey, and due to the overfeeding and his luxurious life, doctor knew that soon he will get a call again from Mrs. Pumphrey because the dog is going to fall seriously ill. He knew because he was a doctor. The expected call came within a few days. See, what the doctor has assumed, the same thing happened, and within few days the doctor received a call. Mrs. Pumphrey was distraught